Hey guys, so me and Vinici, we just came from doing how do you say the damn app again?
Randonautica?
Randonautica. I think that's how you pronounce it. And our intentions was to see aliens, UFOs, because we recently just seen UFOs. And we're fucking mind blown. It is 11:05.
That was crazy. That's all right. But
Mind
I don't
blown.
understand why people's not really talking about this, like blowing this up, because
Right.
this shit
It's real.
is real. Like,
It is real. And so, okay. I might want to get their little, tea mugs out and stuff like that, and let's get into it. So, me and Vinici Paul, we did something very different, something outside of the norm. We downloaded the Ranica app. I believe that's the way it's pronounced. Sorry if it's not pronounced the right way. But we downloaded the app and we had a very mind-blowing experience. So, let me run the tea down to y'all. Let me just take another sip. Alright, boom. So, last night, we were looking at YouTubers and their experiences with the app. And I was like, well, I already downloaded the app maybe like a day or so ago, but I didn't set up an account yet. So I was like, well, we was watching the video, I was like, let me set up an account. Let me see what the jizz is. What is it giving? So I went from there, I downloaded the app, created the profile, yada, verified it, do what I gotta do. Boom. So then I was like, oh, we should do it tonight. Like, let's try it out. But, let's see where it brings us, so on and so forth. It was on some spontaneous shit. So we set our intent. Our intent was to see like UFOs or some aliens of some sort. Something that we already seen like a week ago. So we wanted to get more of that experience in. So we closed our eyes, we set the intent, we set it over in our head. And then the app started to generate the location of where your tent will come to life. So it gave us a location, and we looked at each other and was like, oh, do we really want to do it? Like, is this app bullshit? Is it just people just creating scenarios just to get some views? So on and so forth. So anyway, we go and we decide to like, okay, let's get ready. So we went and hopped into some clothes, got ourselves together, geared ourselves up with our spiritual stuff. You don't know what type of creeps is out there. And it was like, all right, let's do it. The air was different last night. It was very vibrant, very something out of like a horror movie in a sense, like if you wanted to get to that extent with it. But I feel like it was like the perfect night to do it. And I like when things are just like very spontaneous. So anyway, we got dressed, got ourselves together, geared out, grabbed the keys, head out the house. The coordinate of where they put us at was like 20 minutes from the radius of where we lived at. Perfect. As we were walking there, you start getting that butterfly, excited, nervous type feeling going on. And that's what I was feeling, what we both was feeling through the whole experience walking there. And as we were getting closer and closer and closer to that little owl, where the radius point was at, or the generator point was at, I should say, the shift of things started to change. Like I felt like the energy changed, the time zone changed. Like just think about you walking into a room and everything is magnetic all of a sudden. Everything is more like, hey, I'm here, So we basically were making our way down the street, and at the end of the street there was a light. The light, as you know, street lights, especially here in Connecticut, they have a yellow tint to it, so it's very warm, very subtle, something that you probably put in a loft that we live in, But it was very, very warm, very soft, and it was very much like flickering. And not the flickering where it was like a bright flickering. It was very subtle. Like you had to actually look at it to, oh, light flickering type of situation. Anyway, so we make our way down. We are at the light. The light is in front of us. And the light directly across from it started doing the same pattern. Then we remember one of the YouTubers that we were watching before we even embarked on this journey last night. They talked about the light flickering. Like every time they played utilized the app, once they got close to their coordinates and stuff like that, a light will flicker or a light will, something would happen that would say, hey, welcome to the motherfucking Matrix, But basically, that's what was happening for us. Like basically, it was saying, welcome to this parallel. So that light was flickering. The light across from it was flickering. Mind you, walking there, seeing the street and stuff like that, we did not see no light flickering at all. Nothing was of that sort was happening. Soon as we got to the radius, and I seen on the app that, we're like right directly across from where we're supposed to be to see these UFOs, these aliens, that's when everything started taking place. So we actually walked a little bit further down on the same side where the light was flickering at, but walked more further down, like maybe like a good 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 inches away from the light. And now we're standing directly across from the coordinates of where we're supposed to see the shit. And before we actually got across the street to approach where we're supposed to be get that experience going, that light that I talked about that was doing this very subtle, small flickering, that light got big. But not only did it get big, the tint of the light changed as well. It was like it went from that warm yellow street light to a bright blue undertone light. Something that is like cliche to UFOs and things like that in movies. So now we blinking our fucking eyes like, alright, is this fucking really happening? Is the damn UFOs right up there? Mind you, where we were at, it was this thing is very intelligent because where we were at, excuse me, y'all, there was trees everywhere. There was woods across the street from us. And I noticed that there is a pattern where the app will bring you to these secluded areas, I should say. Woods, abandoned buildings, and so on and so forth, depending on your intent. So we want to see some sci-fi type shit. Hey, we seen some sci-fi type shit. So basically, back to the story. We were standing there, we seen the light is beaming down. The light is bright, like bright. Not little bright, not half bright as hell. And it's a blue undertone with it. And it seems as if it was moving towards us. And we were standing still, and then Venetia started walking towards the light. I'm kind of like, nigga, I don't think we should walk towards the light, but I'm walking behind him because I ain't want nothing to grab me from the side. So we were walking towards the light and stuff like that, and then boom, it stopped. It vanishes, and then maybe like 5-10 minutes later, now cars are coming through and stuff like that. But again, that area where we were at was low traffic, so it was not very much people outside. It was not cars. You didn't really hear much. It just was some very seclusive shit. So now we're trying to recollect our thoughts. We actually head back down to where we were at before when we looked to see the light, and this time we actually crossed the street to the coordinates that was on the the map, and we seen a deer. Or some deers and shit like that. I thought it was an aliens in the woods, and I just ended up hauling the ass. But I would say the app is 100% real. The intentions that you put in the app does become reality for you. You do feel, if you are spiritually aligned, you do feel the shift of energy happening, and you do feel yourself stepping into another parallel. I will include maybe like the clip or so when we were leaving the coordinate and the experience and stuff like that last night as well. Sorry we didn't get footage of it. I'm kind of more of the person that I want to be in the moment, and I feel like when people bring the cameras out, things and stuff like that, it kind of jinxes the moment sometimes for me. So sorry we didn't get footage of actually being there and actually seeing that shit. That would have been dope to get that though. That would have really been really dope. But it definitely gave UFO. It definitely gave a beam coming down. We're here to get y'all asses type of situation. But I would say if you are using the app, make sure that you are with someone. If you feel like you want to be a solo dolo bitch, then be a solo dolo bitch. But on my type of time, I want to be with somebody. I need us both to experience whatever we're about to experience. Be clear of your intentions with the app. The app definitely does go off intentions and stuff like that. You can't be thinking about bananas and your friend thinking about apples. Y'all both gotta be on the same accord, the same vibrations, the same frequencies to let this be of accuracy where that app would generate you. I also included in the script in the video as well how you can just like go to the app, what you type in, so on and so forth, to get your coordinates in. But I would say definitely happy Ranaclan, or if that's a thing, or whatever the situation is, and drop in the comment section below your experiences and how you felt about your experience with the app. I know a lot of my sci-fiers and all those good things and stuff like that. I know most of y'all probably already like dipped and dabbles with it. I know a lot of people are still being aware of the app. But yeah, let me know your experience. Let me know how you shift some things up and jump to some parallels and stuff like that. I'm actually excited, and we definitely will have more content coming, and we will record it this time. But until then, tell a friend and tell a friend. We've been waiting for you. Bye, y'all. Spiritually Sci-Fi.
Money comes to me in an abundance 3 times 3. Me, I be